live, the home of the Chicago Bulls, the United Center. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. With Kobe Bryant, he's a player, guys, that you just love to see go to work.
Well, guys, with Kobe, it's all about the ability to create his own shot wherever and whenever he wants. And he does it with a combination of size, speed, and tremendous footwork.
Yeah, Steve, but it doesn't end there. I mean, even if you do manage to stick with him and get a hand in his face, it really doesn't matter. Hands just don't seem to bother him at all. His concentration level and confidence at such a high mark. Once he gets it going, there's really no slowing him down.
Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against the Sacramento Kings.
And if you look at their numbers in that game, what jumps out most is the balance offensively. They really spread the wealth.
And they were on fire in all areas. That was a very satisfying road win.
On the clock. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Everybody regards Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau as a defensive mastermind, and the numbers back it up again. The Bulls were near the top in every major defensive category, protected the paint, limited fast breaks, and made sure to challenge any shot that went up.
Rose, no good. And here is Los Angeles now. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau. One player he doesn't want to overlook is Pau Gasol. He said Pau has that hook shot that is nearly impossible to guard, and that most of their defense on Pau will be centered around denying him the ball and forcing him to catch it away from the basket. We'll see if they can execute that plan, guys.
Yeah, thanks for that story, Doris. And the Bulls, Steve, 5th in defensive efficiency last season.
And Thibodeau, knowing him, he's probably unhappy with that ranking. This team is so disciplined and hardworking. They always have a chance to be the best defense in the league.
Now here's Rose. A 29-point lead for him in the win against the Kings in Sacramento.
It wasn't just offense either, Kevin. He was so disruptive defensively. I don't remember how many steals he had, but man, he was dominant out there.
And here is Los Angeles now after the Bulls pick up 2. They get a hand on it. Butler with the steal. Fires from the line. That doesn't go either for Rose.
You know, last year, guys, I think it was in mid-February, Rose said that he wouldn't mind taking the whole year off. Usually you never hear stuff like that come out of a star's mouth, but his reasoning sounded sound. You have to listen to your body and take it from there. And everybody's a little different in how they respond, not only to an injury, but how they get ready to return and come back to the court.
And here's Rose, following Steve Nash's 3. Rose dishes to Boozer. Ejected by Gasol.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find the stroke.
And there's the feed to Rose. Butler, back to Rose. Outside Butler. Offline with his 3. Well, you go back to Rose and his recovery from that tough ACL tear. There was a fair amount of pressure on him to return to the playoffs, especially with other Bulls players themselves battling through injury.
In fact, I was vocal about it, Kevin. I said that I thought he should come back, that he owed it to his teammates, but you know, in the end, he had to feel right. He had to feel confident, and if that was not the case, then he made the right decision in holding off to play this year.
And the basket good.
So yeah, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that.
Lakers trail by 3. Here's Kobe, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Pass to Jackson. Back to Kobe. Wide open. Chicago grabs a miss. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
Well, they thought they'd handled this club last year both times, but they actually split the 2 season meetings.
How'd they get it back? And here's Rose. Rose off the big from down. Rose goes in. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. You know, you would think, as you said, Steve, that no matter what building they were in, this is a team they should have beaten both times.
It probably had a little something to do with the fact that they're just not a very familiar opponent. I mean, that's one way to look at it.
Terrence Williams is checked in for the Lakers. Here's Farmar. Now Young inside. Williams kicks to Hill. He feeds it to Foreman. Got a piece of it. Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Kings. And out of bounds is Los Angeles Kings possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Hill passes to Foreman. Hill dishes to Foreman. And shot opportunity. Hill, no good.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
The Bulls leading by 3. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot by Heinrich, no good.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
And Meeks kicks to Young. Formo. Right side Hill. Gibson on him. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got his first 2 points of the night.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. He's got to be relentless.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been
Coming up,
neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they built this lead.
And they built the lead because not only have they forced turnovers, but they've taken care of the ball themselves. So that's a winning combination.
So for the Lakers right now, they've got Farmar. Hill is out there with Terrence Williams. Then there's Chris Keenan. And it's Young in at the 2-guard spot. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Yes, guys, for Steve Nash last season, he became just the 5th player in league history to crack 10,000 assists, joining John Stockton, Jason Kidd, Mark Jackson, and Magic Johnson. Nash said, to have just one scholarship offer and to play in the NBA as long as I have and to be on a list with people like Magic is beyond my wildest dreams. Adding, it's incredibly special, humbling, and a tribute to playing with a lot of great players over my career. No surprise, fellas, giving credit to his teammates.
Well, you have to like that focus on the team first. Thanks, Doris.
The defender shouldn't hang his head there. That's just a good shot, plain and simple.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Jimmy Butler. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively, they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
You know, for Pau Gasol, calling last year a rough year might be an understatement. He fought off an injury and tried to find a role on a team that was in transition. So a year like that can really take a lot out of a guy.
Thanks, Steve, for Pau Gasol. He's got knee tendonitis from the first day of the season, then a concussion, torn plantar fascia. He just had one setback, it seemed, health-wise after it.
It was just that kind of season, which symbolized the fate of his Lakers, too. They just never seemed to get it going until it was too late. But, you know, with Gasol, we're talking about a guy who's remained effective for a long time in his career. And when you have that kind of skill level, I think your game can translate as you get older.
You know, with all of the improvements in medicine and also the advances in rehabilitation after torn ACL surgeries, we've seen a number of players come back to be as good as they were before the injury. Derrick Rose's fans had to be feeling good about what level he would return at when he came back.
And the Lakers making a change here. Nash is checked in. Johnson with a screen on Heinrich. Kobe, the pass to Johnson. And the Lakers with another miss. Here comes Derrick Rose. He has 6. The finger roll finishes the bucket. Rose has got 4 points now in the court. Going back to the ACL repair for Rose. Clark, great to see modern medicine extend players' careers and help them return from those tough injuries. Steve, it's been terrific watching these players come back. Really didn't see Rose last year, certainly. I expect this year he'll be too.
Well, it's so great to see Derrick Rose back on the board after missing last season. One of the most explosive, entertaining players in the NBA. A great guy, terrific team leader. The NBA needs Derrick Rose, so fun to have him back.
6 on the shot clock. Rose against Nash. No good. Great defense that time from Noah.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Miller with a screen for Rose. Pass to Heinrich. Beyond the arc. They get the rebound. Back to Rose. 1:43 left in the first half. It's going to be 2 free throws through contact on the shot.
He's gutsy. That's what I really respect about him. Seems like the more pressure there is, the more he enjoys the moment. So he is the guy you want taking the big shot at the end of the game.
And he also is incredibly adept at running the pick and roll. He almost always makes things happen when he instigates that play. He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game. And, you know, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long.
Goes off the bit from Gibson. Shot off the screen. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Gibson's got his second basket of the game.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
Well, great sign because after that poor first quarter, now they're playing better offensively and they have the lead.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Rose kicks the bucket. They kick it up to Rose. Launches it. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will return possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Chris Kaman is checked in for the Lakers. Jody Meeks comes in for Kobe. It's 9 seconds separating the shot blocking danger. And the shot is good.
It's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they're taking away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
Good on the shot.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time. They'll force the defense to adapt and adjust.
Rose, that's good.
The screenplay worked ideally there. And I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in the movie field. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Bulls lead by 5. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
You've got it on 2K Sports. A tightly...
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, we see here outside the United Center a statue of the great one, Michael Jordan. Welcome back, everyone, to the Windy City.
What a game for Rose. He's got 13 points and some of his offense coming at the foul line with 5 points there.
Yeah, 5 pretty big points this part.
And you know, guys, Nash's workout regimen is the stuff of legends. At his age, he's in as good a condition as most second or third year players in the league. Still highly productive at 39 years old.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all filled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Bulls. On the wings, Butler and Gang. Up front, Boozer and Noah. And it's Rose in at the point. A chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Brooks. Hi, Doris.
Guys, the Los Angeles Lakers, a team that's used to attracting marquee free agents from other teams, not losing their own in free agency. But this offseason, Dwight Howard decided to move on, turning down a larger guaranteed contract with the LA Lakers. A tough blow for the league's banner franchise, who've taken out a number of huge billboards around town asking Dwight to stay. Sources said he wasn't overjoyed with the system the Lakers employed under
see if the Lakers can find a way. Thank you, Doris. That one wide left. And going back to Nash in its great condition. You watch it firsthand, Steve, and you have to wonder just how long, even with all those great techniques of getting his body ready to go, how long he's going to be able to play.
Well, last season, remember, he broke the bone in his leg that set him back. In fact, he missed in most games. He missed his 14 years. He's always been very durable. So, Father Time, as they say, is undefeated, Kevin, and is catching up with him.
So, timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
You know, one of the more compelling postseason stories, the question about when the Bulls would bring Derrick Rose back just continued to hover around the playoffs. Ultimately, it just never happened.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Gasol against Dang. Kaman dishes to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. Gasol passes to Kaman. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Kaman's got 6.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Well, back to the Bulls, and even without Rose, I think the team made a big statement, Steve, with how they played in the postseason. They showed that they weren't just a one-man show with Rose running things, and they have a solid core and system that will always compete.
Well, it's the second straight year that the Bulls have essentially been without Rose in their playoff run due to injury. And so I think Chicago fans are kind of wondering what exactly the roof is for this team, the ceiling, if you will. Let's hope that Rose stays healthy this year, so we'll find out.
Noah kicks to Boozer. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Boozer's got his first 2 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Jackson kicks to Kobe. Now the dish to Nash. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. 9 points for Steve Nash.
I'm going to drop a little knowledge on you here, guys. Not sure if you're familiar with the 180 Club, but it's players who've had a season shooting 50% from the field, 40% from long range, and 90% from the line. They had those up. That's 180. Nash had done it 4 times. And I think last season should qualify as his 5th. He's at 44% from 3, 92% from the line, and 49.7% from the field. I round those numbers up, so that's a 50-40-90 season in my book.
These players have been all about defense lately. Here are the steal leaders in the NBA this month. Derrick Rose, number 1.
Boy, it's been a great few weeks for him, Kevin, especially when you look at what he's done defensively. His effort there has kind of reminded me of the Tasmanian Devil, and he's actually helped his team create scoring opportunities off its defense.
And Clark, going back to the 180 Club you talked about, Nash has now done that 4 or 5 times, depending how you count last season.
Well, he stands apart in that. I mean, it's only happened 12 times in NBA history. Larry Bird was the only player to do it more than once before Nash did it. So, yeah, you're talking about one of the great shooters ever.
Here's Rose. Boozer, defended by Gasol. Boozer, this is the Rose. Butler. They grabbed the wrong miss. Rose with the ball. 15 points in the game. Second chance shot. Nash with the ball. Boozer passes to Rose. Butler kicks to Rose. Over Nash. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Butler. 17 points for Derrick Rose. Lakers trail by 5. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kobe against Butler. Backing down is Bryant. The teardrop, no luck. Some solid defense from Butler.
He just hasn't looked right to me. I was sore this year. Something's off with his mechanics. At least as I look at it.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was bringing it back and 2 feet in myself. That's a gimme there.
The third quarter comes to a close. Bulls out front, up by...
Coming up Wednesday.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And they're also finding easy points from the free throw line, Clark. This is a team that is attacking, getting fouled, and making it pay.
So for the Lakers right now, Farmar is out there picking up. Then it's Terrence Williams, then it's Hill, and it's Kaman in at the center position.
You know, there are a number of things that went wrong for the Lakers, and a lot of it led to them being a poor team on the road. They just didn't look like they were on the same page whenever they played away from Staples.
Yeah, good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. The Bulls leading by 7. Heinrich kicks it to Noah. Back to Heinrich. Wide open look. Pocket 6. And that one swishes right in. And the Bulls lead by 9. Back to the Lakers in their play on the road. If it wasn't for their lack of scoring, they would put up just about as many on the road as they would home. Steve, it's just that they wouldn't get the stops. The defense wasn't what they needed for road wins.
Well, if you're going to win on the road, Kevin, you have to get stops. And the Lakers didn't do that. And, you think about this year, without Dwight Howard, that defense is only... look for the road to be a major issue this year for the Lakers.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Mike D'Antoni gave to his team during that break. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
And it's Rose penetrating. Goes back up. And the layup is good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
No, with the block. And the whistle stops the play. It's not a clean block shot. Instead of shooting foul, we'll see free throws come up right here. And he knocks down the first one.
Tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng missed time last season with the hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with appendicitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
Lakers trail by 14. Kobe attacking. And the layup falls.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
And going back to Tom Thibodeau and that minutes load on the Stars, it seems it's getting harder for players to have a good boot speed these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down? Their guys play too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back a little bit on the minutes played.
Tipped, tries to keep it alive. Back to Rose. The 15-footer, shot's good. Rose has got 12 points in just the second half. Lakers trail by 15. Left in the fourth quarter. And it's Butler missing. Lakers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter, so they are 2 of 6. Nash takes to Kaman. Back to Nash. 6 to shoot. Kaman inside, and Gibson with the block. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. side, Rose. Back to Day. Outside Butler. From downtown. Gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 18.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
Now Nash. Will it go? Rose with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Bang kicks to Rose. Rose double team. Here's Gibson. Yes, and it's Rose that the assist that time.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Kobe dishes to Nash. Gives him the loop pass, and the shot is good. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the Chicago calls timeout. They're ahead by 18. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Heinrich outside. Heinrich off a pick from Muhammad. Heinrich passes to Muhammad. Teague left side, trying his luck deep. Here's Gibson, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Terrific job taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And Steve, I thought those fans,
So many times I should have taken back this moment. These words I spoke, I know it. Now I can see clearly. I folded, I shouldered too much weight. I hold in too much pain, and it destroyed me, and then rebuilt me, and now it can feel me. It follows me everywhere I go, but it can never break me. Now I know I was lying to myself back then, but the truth was always bleeding out my pen. I fade back to myself in the end. I'm just one step away. I ascend, I climb that faded staircase of sin. I'm reaching in vain just to hold on to them. Once again, the memories seem to blend. My enemies and friends seem to vanish in the wind. I should have taken back this moment. These words I spoke, I know it. Now I can see clearly. I folded, I shouldered too much weight. I hold in too much pain, and it destroyed me, and then rebuilt me, and now it can feel me. It follows me everywhere I go, but it can never break me. Now I know I was lying to myself back then, but the truth was always bleeding out my pen. I fade back to myself in the end. I'm just one step away. I ascend, I climb that faded staircase of sin. I'm reaching in vain just to hold on to them. Once again, the memories seem to blend. My enemies and friends seem to vanish in the wind. Step closer to your dreams. Does it mean everything in between?